Hey guys, this is Kino from Australia, and I'm here bringing you my first ever commentary on a video between Scottish, the blue Zerg, and I'm just going to call him the red Terran, the red Protoss. Now this replay I pulled off a forum which I frequent on called Starcraft. It's a great podcast. If you ever want any more Starcraft stuff, I'd go check that out. I haven't watched this replay before. Let's see how it goes. Now I'm just going to speed it up to 2 times for the first minute or so because, well, they're just going to be building drones, I think. No 6-poolers, I'm aware. Overlord Scout, very good idea, Zerg, to use your first one for that. If you don't, it can be a bit problematic. Extractor trick, 11-10, very useful. Right, I'm going to slow it down now. The Zerg is scouting at, let's see, 11 drones, so quite standard. It depends on your style. That can be an earlier scout. Protoss is setting at 11 workers, just actually he's not doing anything really. No, wait, spawning pool has gone up. Now, I'm going to be posting this up on YouTube as soon as I can. I'd like some feedback on whether you guys would prefer it to be speeded up. What on earth? Okay, that's not normal. He's just expanded. Okay, I wonder if Zerg's going to scout this. I guess not. And gateway forward, going down after the drone left. Not bad. Not letting him know what's about. It's a good way to do things. Interesting. Of course, the guy did come back in now. The Protoss hasn't yet actually scouted the Zerg base, so first scouting information coming now. This specific game is actually a platinum level game from Starcraft, the Starcraft podcast. It's a great podcast. I frequent on it regularly, and I recommend if you need any more Starcraft fix or something, I recommend you check them out because they are awesome. Now the Zerg has just discovered this expansion here, and I wonder what his reaction would be. Some early lean pressure wouldn't be a bad idea. Or my personal favourite thing to do as Zerg, if another race expands, or as another race if Zerg expands, is rather than try and pressure it, is just expand yourself. Because then it's easier and you end up in a late macro game, which is where I'm best. Roach farm, very standard. 5 roaches. Not actually sure what Protoss could do about that right now if these roaches pushed in. I guess we'll see what happens. The Protoss is just now starting to saturate his second base over here, while Zerg is pushing out with 6 roaches, and at the moment we have a cannon and a zealot. Do we have anything else? Army? No? Okay, this could be interesting. He's pushing up. Now he's focus firing the zealot, which I like. I would have, if I was good enough, I'm probably not, I would have actually moved the weak roach out and then brought it back in once it had stopped firing, and unless you, of course, micro really well, that can actually really hurt someone, because then you're still shooting with a nearly dead unit, which is still useful. Now the Stargate would have been really helpful, but it's not quite there yet, and he's resorting to the good old work trick, which I have used against lings, but against roaches it's not so good. Sorry, just paused it there. Now they're both sitting about 60 APM, so they are reasonable. Some micro to try and... Now he lost most of his workers, although he does have a second base. So, let's look at the income tab. Blue is still outmatching red, but not by an amazing amount. 9 to 19, yeah, that's pretty bad. Although these two won't last much longer with this void ray. Now, what do you think would be the best idea here? Now, personally, at this point, I know I've beaten them down. I would then go for an expansion and defend against the air I know is coming in the form of this void ray. And Zerg just seems to be sitting on one base, which, yeah, it's an alright strategy. I'm not a big fan of one base with Zerg. And not doing much else. He's now finally getting their tech. He's got some spore crawlers, which will stop the void ray, unless it charges up on an overlord or something. What's that net? I don't know. Can it take out a spore crawler? It'd be pretty close. Got some roaches over here. One's... Okay, that's got to be a scout. Units... Checking for an expansion, very good, like that. That's good play by him. Justxg. Now he's just starting to get this saturated, and one of my problems with his play is you notice how that's not actually chrono boosted, and this is one of the biggest problems I have as my Protoss, who I play as my main, is I never manage to use up all my chrono boosts. The one thing that you can always use them on is your workers, and some people don't manage to keep that up. Now, I don't know about your guys' opinions about breaking down these rocks for later, but if I have a void ray, I generally attempt to break down the back rocks. Ah, he's seen this, so he's heading back. Now, units, the drone probe count is about the same right now. The income is actually favouring red because he's got two bases to mine from, so blue is slipping from his early advantage. He really needs to take a base or two base right now, which is what would be advisable. Now, why hasn't just done something about it so he can see it? Yeah, that's not going to work. 10 HP void, very lucky, and his expand is about to be hit by some roaches, so this could get interesting. Now I'm told this is a very close replay, so we'll see how it goes. Stargate, Phoenixes. I'm a big fan of Phoenixes against Zerg. One micros, they can just decimate everything. Now what's he going to do? He's going to pull his workers out. Now, at this point, my first move would have been pull the workers out, and he was a little slow there, so we're seeing the roaches have 1 or 2 kills each, so a reasonable amount of kills. I mean, their primary objective was stop mining, and now they've stopped mining at both of his bases with 4 roaches. And if they stop the mining for even a minute, those roaches have more than paid themselves off. Even if they don't actually kill that many drones, they've just stopped mining, which is another good thing to remember when you're doing stuff like this. I think he's just abandoned them at this point. Let's see, video camera. Okay, he's finally taking an expansion, which I really like. I think the big problem he made is he didn't do it early enough. and you can see he didn't really dent the harvesters enough to make a big enough difference, so now he's just got back on the horse and he's getting annihilated. Units production, okay, we're looking at 3. Now, Roach Hydra is a popular strategy. I frequented in beta, and every single Zerg was either Roach Hydra or Mutaline, so it used to be very effective, but it started to become less so as people started to understand the units, so I wonder how well it will work out. Although, the armor side was drastically different. Where's armor 8. Okay. I mean, Red has a Stalker. Where is it? Oh, 2 Stalkers. Alright, so he has a Stalker at the Zelnega Watchtower, he has workers, and he's losing his Q10 building. So yeah, that's just about it. And that is game over. Thank you for watching, and I really apologise for how atrocious this recording has probably been. Again, this is my first time. I'm getting into it mainly for fun, and I want to become a better Starcraft player, and I think this is the best way to do it. Good luck in your future matches. I'll see you again soon.